Today I want to talk to you about shallow water anchors. It's a common question we get if they've ordered, customers ordered their boat or dealers ordered it, then the customer wants power poles installed or shallow water anchors, things that you definitely need to know, all right? First off, when it comes to the shallow water anchors, depends on the jack plate. So as you can see here, I've got it all laid out virtually. If you choose an 8-inch Bob's hydraulic jack plate, then you're gonna need two of the spacer brackets, which can be purchased at JL Marine or Power Pole. They're sold individually, so be sure to put 2 in the cart. The bracket size you'll need, which we get asked a lot, is the S56, PKBD, which is a brace bracket, S56, and then obviously in black. So that's what you would need to know. Now, if it was a 10-inch Bob's, and it depends on our models, some of our models have 8-inch Bobs, some have 10-inch Bobs, but if it's a 10-inch Bob's, you do not need these. You do not need these at all. But that's definitely something you need to know. It's a missing piece to the puzzle, if you will. All right, now, if you go to the Atlas jack plate, all right, it's a common question we get, well, I'm running the Atlas, what size bracket? S26s. You can see it right here on the box, and we always put a brace bracket on it. That's what if somebody orders it from the factory, that's what we install, that's what we recommend. But you definitely, you need the S26s. You don't want to put an S56 on an Atlas plate. The boat's not going to function properly or anything else. You got too much setback, creates drag, backwash, everything else. So it's very important that you need to know. And now we're going to jump into the installation side as far as the height, the mounting heights. All right, so here as you can see, I've installed a set of 8-foot power pole blades, 1 pumps on this boat, and it's got an 8-inch Bob's. So if you look in here closely, you will see that I have the spacer. I installed the spacer. Now it has various holes within the spacer. It's pretty simple. If you hold it up to the jack plate, as you're going to install, you'll be able to see which hole that the bolt will end up going through your bracket, through the spacer into that. The reason you have to have that is if you look on the Bob's, it's got the support bar, and you actually have the bolt where it's bolted into. We've had, I say numerous, but there's been at least 5 people that's reached out to me, and they've not included the shim in there. Therefore, the bracket ends up, this height is important to prevent drag and, and hole shot performance and everything. They end up with the bracket way down here. And what happens is that lowers this part of the bracket. Therefore, when you go in hole shot and take it off, the water will come up and hit this bracket and create a turbulence. Also in a turn, when you go into a turn, certain turns, the spray off the hull bottom will clip it if it's too low, and then it'll throw water up in the air and everything else. So it's very important that you understand that, needing the spacer, and then your S56, which is on a Bob's, is the height, is mounting it high. So remember, you don't need it on a 10-inch, the spacer, only on an 8-inch. All right, so here we have a 10-inch Bob's. All right, same bracket size, S56, which is a brace bracket as well, and the height's important. But as you can see, the support bar on the Bob's and the bolt is back here, so the bracket can actually go in front of it, so you don't need the shim. So that's very important that you know that you virtually don't need them as well. And then raising it up to the right height. I mean, as long as you get the radius and the crease right here at the top of the plate, you're good. This bracket could go up another 1/4, 3/8 of an inch. It's not gonna hurt anything, but that's your minimum height that you want it. You don't want to be any lower than that. Also, if dealer purchases a boat or you purchase a boat, no poles, you have your poles, this, that, and the other, we will ship them from the factory. What happens is it'll actually have the ladder on LX's or Legend series. The ladder will be bolted to the engine bolts. So this is something that you definitely need to know, because you would actually need to purchase this bracket, what we call the power pole ladder adapter bracket, and then you have to take it off your engine bolts, change out engine bolts because they're different lengths and threads to accommodate the ladder. So that's something important that you need to know as well when it comes to installing your shallow water anchors. All right, so here we have an Atlas. All right, this is a 8-inch Atlas on a LX21, and so we got the S26 dual braced. You can see the brace plate and everything else. So now the Atlas you can see you've got your spacer and then the hydraulic section that connects to it. You want to raise it high enough to where at least this radius right here, bend in the bracket, is at least flush and or above that part of the jack plate. That's very important. If it's lowered, it's same deal. You end up getting drag, create backwash whenever you set down coming off plane. It would catch in the turns and everything. So getting that height is very important. All right, and you've seen in the previous two boats, the poles are already installed. Common question to get is where do you run your lines through, your hoses through? So I've got measuring tape I can show you real quick. This one on the Legend series on 20s and 21s, I virtually come over, I always tape this off. All right, I measure from here over, and I can put me a center line of 2 3/4, and then I measure from this radius, and or we call it the knuckle, in the deck itself, and then I end up virtually at 2 1/4 and 3 3/8. You can see, as long as you get it somewhere in there, you're good. You don't want to be out here. If it's a power pole 1 pump, they usually come with a little cover ring that they put on there. It requires 4 more screws. I personally always take that off, and then I just drill me an 1/8 inch pilot hole, and then use my 3/4 inch hole saw bit, and then drill it, and then you just install it that way. I personally do not use the little cover plate because I look at it as 4 more screw holes. But before you ever drill in any boat, all right, you always want to make sure everything's clear on the inside. This boat here, for example, has a Suzuki Stealth rigged on it. All right, so Suzuki comes with their harness in general is, you'll see in here, I want to reach in here and make sure it's clear before I ever drill. Obviously most guys do, but whenever I reach in here, if I notice, I'll find there's a small part of the engine harness that's not balled up, but it's zip tied up like it should be, but it's left loose for a reason. So when somebody goes to install poles, always make sure it's clear on both sides. In iKon boat, most of it's on this side. The other side, there's typically not much in the way, but you always double check it. This is just only one area that you look at. But on the Legend series 20s and 21s, that's your measurements. The VLX, it changes a little bit, and it's virtually just within that flat surface, within this flat surface area right here is where we line it up at. So then when towing cover goes on, it comes and wraps around. Everything's tucked up nice and neat, comes down here, and everything's good to go. It does not interfere with your lines or anything else. That's your shallow water anchor tech tip for power poles. And next we're going to jump to Raptors. All right, so here we're going to talk about Raptors. All right, so we have a 21 VLE. When it comes to Raptors, we recommend Talon brackets. As you can see here, we've got an 8-inch bobs. It has a aluminum spacer. You could use it whether you purchase two from JL Marine, whatever, but you have to have a spacer in order to space those out. There's some other companies that provide spacers you can purchase online. Everything else for iKon here at the factory, we've got part numbers, everything else like that. If it is purchased through iKon, the brackets will be installed. Another key thing that you have to pay attention to is right here. So when you get them in a box, all 3 pieces are separate. So you have splines that you can line them up with in order to fit the transom itself. Typically, you can mount this one on the side of the jack plate, and then you could take your middle one, come from the bottom up, and as you can see on this 21 VLE, I've basically left one slot open. On LX, or the Legend series, it ends up being, you won't have any open. So it's pretty simple and everything else. The main thing is your height. Make sure it's up high enough. That way it doesn't interfere with anything at all. And then your third piece to it right here, if you look, is virtually, this can go 2 different ways. If you see, these teeth are closer to the flat part if it's mounted correctly. And if you notice here, there's a bigger area right here. So you want to make sure you got it on the right way, because if you actually had this flipped over, which it would fit, but this angle to the transom would be turned like this. So therefore, your Raptors are not going to be mounted in the right location or right angle. So that's very important that you know. But you purchase the Talon brackets are purchased, you know, individually, not as a kit. So you would buy two. They're universal. It's pretty simple. So, but yeah, that's it. And you can see same deal as far as running the lines in. This particular set, we've actually zip tied the hoses here, which is good. It keeps it pretty, you know, pretty nice, neat and clean. Keeps them flopping around if you're fishing certain areas, so that way you're not worried about a brush pile or limb, something to lay down, getting hung in if you go in to get unhung, or moving around in tight areas and things like that. But that virtually covers all of our shallow water anchor install or brackets and things like that. So be sure to keep in touch with us and on all of our how-to videos, and send us a response in the comments if you have any additional questions, and we'll try to get back to you to the best of our ability. Thank you for watching.